The 86-year-old male senior citizen afflicted by COVID-19 appears to be doing better under care at the respiratory hospital. He was St. Lucia's 25th case of the infectious respiratory disease. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George delivered this news in her latest advisory update on the nation's COVID-19 response. The senior, who had just gone under the knife, was struggling with a number of chronic conditions, including diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. He was visited by a number of friends and family who were also placed in quarantine and tested.
All of the family members, friends, and healthcare workers that have been disclosed to the contact tracing team have been screened and tested, and to date the results have been negative. The health team continues to monitor and investigate for the source of infection.
It should be noted that 22 of the island's 25 recorded COVID-19 cases are well advanced in convalescence.
St. Lucia has recorded a total of 25 COVID-19 cases to date. 22 of these cases have fully recovered and 3 patients remain in care at the respiratory hospital and remain stable. A total of 3,548 tests have been conducted to date. 2 of the patients have recovered clinically and do not have any signs and symptoms of COVID-19. However, they still record positive COVID-19 test results.
The nation's top medical official and advisor made it clear that public health authorities anticipate an elevated risk of transmission as the island's economy continues to gradually reopen for business. She sought to sound a cautionary note on the value of adhering to protocols, particularly at local businesses and in the transport sector.
As we continue with the phased reopening of the country, the risk for introduction of COVID-19 is increased. The public is advised that all of the protocols are still in place, including the reduced numbers for public transportation and the protocols for the private sector establishments. These also include the use of face masks in public places and to maintain safe physical distances from others.
With that said, there will also be no compromise on mandatory 14-day quarantine measures for returning nationals and visitors. One non-compliant tourist was sent packing last week for violating protocols. Authorities recently adopted a zero-tolerance policy on sequestering individuals who return to the country from high-risk areas. It came in the wake of a rash of breaches by a few individuals, some of whom have demonstrated blatant disregard for the rules.
The Ministry of Health, we once again reiterate the importance of quarantine for returning nationals and visitors, as it is a good measure to minimize the risk of the transmission of COVID-19. And it is with this we ask that everyone adheres to the 14-day quarantine time, and also for persons to stay in quarantine for the full period. This action is expected to protect the health and the safety of every individual within our country.
The CMO also lodged an appeal with the populace to support the national effort to minimize the threat of COVID-19 on the island. Colby DeVoe, HDS News Force.